Excuse me, sir.
Yo.
How young are you?
52.
What do you do to look so good and stay so fit at your age?
Part of it is jiu-jitsu, judo, grappling, lifting weights, all the good stuff.
How often do you do that?
Train here at least 3 times a week. I lift weights 3 times a week, 4 times a week.
When did you get into working out in jiu-jitsu?
12 years old, so that would be 40 years ago.
Pretty much your whole life, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever stop at any point, or did you always been doing it?
I took 6 weeks off once when I had a surgery.
What was that surgery?
Major back surgery. So
What happened?
I broke my back in a powerlifting competition. The weight came off while I was doing a heavy deadlift, broke the vertebrae, and crushed the disc. So I've had 7 major back surgeries and 3 spinal fusions since then.
And you're still out here practicing jiu-jitsu and working out every day almost.
Working on it, man. I think there's something magical about the contact with 2 people and great training partners and moving your body. I used to lift a lot of weights. Now I lift a lot of people.
What are like the primary benefits when it comes to something like this?
So jiu-jitsu is great because it's a grappling sport. So there's no striking, no kicking, no elbows, more similar to wrestling. So the nice thing is you can do it full speed. And the idea is very much to be able to control a person, but not hurt them. Whereas some martial arts where you're kicking and punching, obviously there's certain head trauma, things you really have to worry about. You can't train at full speed, or if you do, there's a lot of damage.
How long do you lift weights when you're in the gym?
Usually about an hour.
Do you do an hour jiu-jitsu as well?
Classes are usually around an hour. We'll do a warm-up, we'll do drilling, and then usually 5-minute rounds, which 5 minutes has never felt so long when you're doing a round of jiu-jitsu. So that's a pretty darn good workout.
Do you take any rest days at all?
Yeah, Sundays is usually a good day.
What's your favorite muscle group to work out?
I still think it's my arms.
Why is that?
I can still move them pretty well, and they're pretty functional. I've had both shoulders reconstructed as well, so I am limited in some things that I can do, but arms are just fun.
What do you do for therapy on your muscles and joints?
Resistance training days, sometimes as much as half of those workouts is mobility, and that's the big thing, a lot of mobility.
What's one mobility workout you can give the audience?
Oh man, shoulders, internal, external rotation. Keep those shoulders moving, towel under the arm, external rotation, keep them moving.
If there's one workout you could do for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Well, I'm going to have to say jiu-jitsu.
I had a feeling.
It covers a little bit of everything, and it's been so important in my recovery from all of the surgeries and everything that I've been through. Most of my friends are here. We have such an eclectic mix of people. So it's really kind of a family, just like when you find a good gym.
Is diet important to you at all?
Absolutely. My wife is a functional medicine practitioner, so I always go by her advice. She has some great ideas. But we kind of eat like a modified paleo diet. Definitely a lot of great meats, organic, grass-fed as much as we can, the best meats that we can find. And then a lot of root vegetables, and we will occasionally supplement different vegetables, different starches, but we're also gluten-free. I think that helps a lot.
Is it hard to be gluten-free?
It was when we started. My son has a gluten sensitivity. He's 13 now. So when he started on solid foods and we found this out, we're like, well, let's just all do it. And when I did it, I was still going through my surgeries, a lot of chronic pain. And by going gluten-free, I lost 10 pounds and I felt better without really even changing my macros. So I was sold, and then it was much harder. It's gotten much easier, and just sticking with whole foods. Vegetables don't have gluten in them. So
what's the most important meal of the day for you?
Breakfast. I love it.
What do you eat for breakfast?
6 eggs, organic. This is my one big thing that's not paleo, is a gluten-free toast, 4 pieces, grass-fed butter, and a little bit of honey. And then usually 1 to 2 grapefruits.
That sounds delicious.
That'll get me ready for the day, man. A big breakfast for me sets the pace for the whole day.
Do you take any supplements or vitamins at all?
Again, my wife has a great supplement routine for us. Zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C, some very basic things. And then on top of that, we'll kind of rotate different supplements for different reasons. If I'm focusing more on the nervous system, my wife has me taking this fish oil or different things to help with different issues at one time.
Do you take any peptides at all?
Peptides have been a huge part of my recovery. When my wife started using peptides in her practice, it was a huge game changer for me. I first used peptides with this shoulder surgery, which I had reconstructed, and I have a cadaver graft in the shoulder. A friend of ours who is a doctor of physical therapy worked with me on the rehab, and she said at that point she had never seen that surgery recover so quick. So I was sold. And then throughout the years, been able to rotate different peptides for different things to help with like the nerve damage in my legs. And I worked out of an AOF leg brace that I was in for 5 years. Slowly but surely working through it, adding the right pieces to the puzzle at the right time, and hopefully we keep moving.
Taking any testosterone replacements at all?
Yes, I do. I use TRT. That's been a huge thing for me, especially like the past 7 to 8 years. As I've gotten a little bit older, into my 40s, into my 50s, the levels just weren't optimum. And that's one of the things I love love about functional medicine is the idea is to get the person as healthy as possible before adding peptides or before adding testosterone replacement or any other interventions.
Appreciate you being open about that. How much do you prioritize rest?
I definitely prioritize rest. I'm in bed by 9 and I'm up by 5. Sometimes I sleep more, sometimes I sleep less, but usually the harder I train, the better I sleep that night.
How would you rank these 3 things based on importance? Diet, rest, working out.
I think first and foremost, I probably have to go with diet. Everything starts there, that big breakfast I need to have to get my day going. And then I would say probably the exercise and then the rest. It's a fine line, because like obviously if you're working out too hard and you're not resting, you're not going to see results. But you do have to prioritize the rest and the stimulation in order to get the growth and everything moving. So I'm going to go diet, training, rest.
There's one piece of advice you can give the younger generation watching right now. What would it be?
Keep going. When I talk to younger guys now, and sometimes they'll tell me, man, you're so awesome. I want to be where you are when you're that age. I'm like, keep going. I was you when you were your age. And also, if you don't look like the way you want to look now, at whatever age you are, when I was personal training, I had older clients that didn't train much. We would do squats, chair squats, getting up and out of a chair. Now, of course, that's not the most exciting thing in the world to do, but it definitely can be challenging. It doesn't take too many chair squats before you start to feel it if you haven't been working out. And you can literally do it anywhere. And even like if somebody's older and they're like, well, I used to do bicep curls when, I was a teenager in college or whatever. Start with bicep curls, and as long as you can do it safely, keep doing it.
What's more important, the amount of weight or the form?
I'd say the form. Always instills, so even now with all of my issues, I have to work on posture. And when I was personal training, that's the biggest thing I would work on is posture. And in powerlifting, if you have 500 pounds on your back, every little fraction, every little movement is intensified. So you really have to be conscious of where your body is and learn to brace and have great posture.
Would you say you're rich?
I'm able to get out here, train with my friends. I have a great family. I'm able to train with my family. I get to eat that big breakfast every morning, so far. So yeah, man, I'm rich.
Would you say that you found happiness?
Yes, I think though it's a byproduct of doing different things. So I have goals and I have great enjoyment when I accomplish those goals, but it's also part of the journey getting there. I would say yes, I have, and yes, I will, because I'm working towards it. If I do the things that I think I need to do and I do them as well as I can, the happiness will be a byproduct.
You're amazing, Garrett. I appreciate
thanks,
you.
Thank
you so much.
Yeah, man, my pleasure.
Like and subscribe.